next up, we're going to have HID Deeno,
Ooh.
a former resident of Hawaii. He now lives elsewhere, but back to visit for the con.
Okay.
Was one of the decent Yoshis out here. Kind of like HM range when he was out here. So he's going to take on Zenyou. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Really haven't seen much of this matchup at all. I know when I went to when I visited SoCal a few times, I did run into a few Yoshis in my brackets, but none of them seemed very notable.
Yeah,
at least the ones that I played.
Yeah, the major one that would be notable would be KY at the time, and of course KY. He took a brief hiatus, so maybe it was around that time. Didn't really see him there, but he's very strong. He's a guy that plays. He's basically a static teammate of S2H. So we do have some Yoshi experience here, but this matchup is actually very interesting in general. Of course, Yoshi's going to be able to use that double jump to get out of a lot of situations, and so just the combos are just going to be a little bit more unorthodox against this character.
It's kind of funny because it's almost like we're seeing two of the same characters go at each other, just they function a little differently. Because both have that really fast nair that can combo break, both have really good air mobility, and they both just have really fast buttons in general.
Right.
And both of their forward air spike, oddly enough.
Yeah.
So, it is interesting to see this matchup. Of course, though, one problem for Yoshi is that he's such an air-based character, and Mario's got that really quick invincible up smash. If Deeno's caught jumping at ill-advised moments, he leaves himself wide open to that.
Yep. See, so now we kind of had the first major instance where we saw a call-out coming out there from Zenyou. Recognized the kind of roll defensive habits we've been seeing. So I'm curious to see if Deeno's going to change that up, or if that's something that we're going to see Zenyou kind of prey on for the rest of the set.
Oh, he scripts him up with the up air, sends him off the top. Very good awareness for Zenyou to recognize the easy kill confirmed there. I think, too, it's going to be really hard to edgeguard Yoshi effectively because he's got that eggs and the amazing drift and the double jump, as you said, which has heavy armor. So, oh, almost got that fair spike. So edgeguarding Yoshi is really challenging if you don't have a sword. But so basically, you can read his movements or go for some sort of crazy footstool.
Yeah.
That definitely works.
Yeah, footstools are great. Obviously, it's recognizing when you can actually hit him out of his super armor. Certain moves will just outright ignore the super armor at a certain point. I believe it's like if they're like 10 plus.
It's knockback based heavy armor,
based?
so
oh
yeah.
Right, it's knockback. Yes, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so eventually, like right about now, like if Zenyou hit him with I don't know, maybe like a strong hit back air, it would probably go through it. Yeah.
Obviously, certain characters like, for example, like Falco back air. Falco back air hits out of it. I think around like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
It starts hitting out of it. It's pretty damn good. So.
Oh.
Yep, oh. Yeah, you're done. Yep.
The gentlest of gifts.
Yep. Popped in the mouth. Yeah, those ones you'll see that happen for a lot of Yoshis around that kind of like range, kind of like mid-level, higher-level Yoshis, and that's like such a dangerous thing because it's one of those things where you like as a Yoshi you do it and you're like, they don't know. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know. And everyone's just
they're
like,
not going to punish this.
Yeah, they're like, oh, omelet. Oh, gosh, you know. But if they're aware, it's as simple as a jab, and that's your life.
That's right, because he also plays on what you said earlier about the, it's like, I don't know the exact, it's like 50-some frames, but basically 1 second where you can't grab the ledge. Yeah. That's exactly what happened there.
Right.
He fell down too quickly, couldn't snap.
Yeah.
And he was out of eggs to toss.
Yeah, so there's nothing you can do there. So that's why that particular egg toss is so dangerous. But you see Yoshis get away from it all the time because if they do ignore it and they don't do anything there, then essentially you get kind of like a safe ledge like recovery setup. So
Zenyou very wisely scooping Deeno from underneath, and because Yoshi's so air-based, it is kind of easy to position yourself underneath so long as you discipline yourself to not like try to go air-to-air with him horizontally, right. At least in a bad way. Especially with a character like Mario, that's probably where he's going to capitalize the most from.
Yeah.
Woo.
Ooh, charge.
Trying to get a really hard read on that drift. Toss him forward, see if he can get something. That was a little scary for Deeno, and there he goes. Yep.
Of course, the higher percent you are, the less invincibility you're going to have on that ledge. So there's a lot of times people act as if they're still at 0 or still at like 10%, and you don't have that kind of luxury anymore.
Catches him with the up smash just to get some damage. Good tech on the forward air. Doesn't go anywhere, so Deeno can't get anything off of it. Ooh, nice wave bounce with the fireball. Throwing off Deeno. The egg roll. Not the best of moves, but it is a little harder to punish than it looks. So
yeah, but I'm sure he was looking for a maneuvering around with the egg toss, but of course that has.
Oh, there's no jump.
Oh, and he had a jab. He had a jab there.
Yeah. Try to double cape him.
Yeah,
oh wow, he just did nothing.
Yeah.
Just kind of took that. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, that worked. That would have been really disgusting.
Yep. Yeah, and he's just running up and up smash. Yep. Up smash.
Good punish. Yeah. Did not fall for the. Okay, so he's able to convert off the egg lay. Very effective from Deeno. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, so much for egg rolling.
Yep. No bueno.
Yeah, so one thing Deeno could maybe try to do a little more is see if he can find some more of those egg lay command grabs, because that is a great way for Yoshi to tack on some really quick damage. And as we saw, it does actually set up into kill confirms if you can time it right when they mash out.
Yeah, you do have some like pseudo setups out of it. The problem I think for Deeno is simply because again Zenyou was maneuvering under him quite effectively, and if you're able to shadow Yoshi in that manner, then it's going to be kind of hard to get ahead and get actually that egg lay. And I think that was something that actually really helped him out in this situation.
Oh, nice conversion with an air. Yeah, Zenyou's definitely checking in with these fast buttons to make sure keep him honest.
Yep. And you can definitely tell just the difference of his playstyle. I'm maneuvering around this character. He's respecting the fact that there is going to be that super armor, that's when you have enough, the heavy armor. And, oh, it's beautiful. I like it.
Whoa, he went for some nutty stuff. It was good, but damn.
Yep, it's going to be grabbed.
Once again, Zenyou bringing very nicely, very low to the ground.
Yep,
and
yeah, see again right there. He tried to actually go for egg lay, but he was able to condition him. He knew he was going to go for B reverse, and this time he just went in. He saw it before in early percents, cashed out on it in later percents.
Really good out of shield punishes from Zenyou too, and pressuring him with that nair into the up tilts. Deeno could not do anything out of shield there. And he is really accounting for the grab attempts from Deeno as well. Not really giving Deeno the obvious out of shield punish.
Yep. And that's the beauty, right? In Smash, it's like if you can keep your opponent guessing in those kind of situations, then you put yourself in a really good place.
Yeah, something one of the players out here told me that's very, very important. Okay, so Zenyou not ready for the up smash. Just gets sent to those guys. Really important thing is sometimes you're too slow, and it's just biologically not possible for us humans to punish the first thing we see. So sometimes you need to better position yourself to punish the next thing.
Absolutely.
They whiff something.
Yep.
They're gonna I know because they spot dodged every single time. I know they're gonna spot dodge again. So don't try to punish the whiffed jab. Wait for them to spot dodge because you know they're gonna spot dodge and then punish that.
Yep.
You can even get harder punishes when you do that.
Exactly. So the truth of the matter is, what a lot of people don't recognize is, a lot of people feel like it's all about these crazy reactions. No, it's more so about being preemptive there, right? Like the human reaction time isn't as great as a lot of people think. Some people, sometimes I've overheard people be like, oh yeah, 5 frames. And it's like, dude, not at all.
5 frames.
I was like, what are you talking about, right? And the thing about it too is like, even if you were just like some people were like, oh, really fast, like, oh, this person has like 13 or 14 or whatever, like top level, right? Even those kind of things are a lot of times when there's only 2 situations where it's either like, for example, if you're doing like red or green, right? But if you're adding the more options that are there, exponentially longer your reaction is going to be because there's so many things you have to allocate into that system. It's not just, it could be A, it could be B, it could be C, or it could be D.
Yeah, there's so many options that could happen. There's so many possibilities.
Yes.
You never know what you're going to have to punish with, and you're never going to know like what to use, what's going to happen. Yeah.
Exactly. Which is why you have to look at why option coverage is really good, because then it makes it closer to either an A or B situation, right? Or, of course, you go back and put yourself and take the reward of the positioning rather than going ahead for immediate punish. So that's super important. Yeah.
So Zenyou being very careful, just trying to, pretty much waiting for Deeno to give him the win, essentially. Because he knows, understands his advantage. Oh, almost gives Deeno a chance there.
Yeah, he's just waiting for it.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. We're on. All right.
All right.
So there goes that game. Another set to Zenyou. Another 1 to 2 scoops.
Yep. 2 scoops nation.